2024 has been an amazing year for dancehall and Jamaican music as a whole, with plenty of songs topping the charts, reaching international waters, and racking in hundreds of millions of views across the board. But of course, out of the many, there are always going to be that few that stand out, the few that really touch the hearts and souls of the people and cause impacts that nobody can measure, both in the island and overseas. This is the list of top 10 best hit dancehall songs of 2024. If this list offends you or hurts your feelings, feel free to tell me to suck my mother in the comment section. The list is being ranked not only off numbers, but also the general cultural impact that these songs had on the people, which is why there's no better way to start off this list than with number 10, No Cap by Eddie G. Bama. As much as this song does not have that many streams or even views for that matter, its impact on the people cannot be denied. There was a point where this song was literally everywhere, and we had people literally threatening to lick down police in a real life. And it's still going on to this day. If we're talking about a song that influenced the people to be a type of way, this song deserves a place on the list. And on top of that, if you play this song in a party, every single person is going to be screaming out the lyrics. This song may only have 2 million views on YouTube, but it also has 2 million on Audiomack as well. And on top of this fact, it was also number 1 on the Jamaican charts for a pretty decent amount of time, which is a testament to the fact that it really connected with the people. And it's just one of those cases where you can't really use views to judge the true impact that a song had, because remember, we do live in a small country. But speaking of social media numbers, that brings us to number 9, which is Pump Up by Soundboy. Considering Soundboy is not yet a massive artist, some may be surprised to see him on the list. But if you have been paying any attention to music for the past year, you would know that this song more than deserves its place in the top 10. This song is easily the biggest TikTok song to come out of dancehall this year, with more uses on TikTok than any other song, and also more Spotify streams than most of your favorite artists. Not to mention, if this plays in a party, everybody goes insane, especially the ladies. And at the end of the day, I them where I do this for, cause we no love man. On top of that, the skill level of the song is just amazing, because the song is clearly made to be a girl song, and unlike many other artists, at no point does Soundboy deviate for talk about gun in a face or matic palm belly. This is a song for make the ladies bubble up and go on with themselves, for make them feel beautiful and desired. And if we're talking about songs that set out to accomplish a specific goal and did it, this song deserves a place on the charts. Coming in at number 8, we have a song that just came out recently but has made a massive splash. Whites by none other than Massacre.
We no mix or mingle. Remember we full of chips like Pringle. Run the matic van single.
There are a few songs that get such reception as this when you play it in a crowd of people. There will be so many men busting blanks that you have to ask yourself if half the male population is infertile. Of course, this is no surprise because this is Massacre himself. However, Massacre has dropped other songs this year like 20matic, and despite doing very well commercially, it just never have the same reaction from the people that Whites got and will continue to get going into next year. At number 7, this song should be no surprise to anybody, as if you haven't been living under a rock, you've already heard it 100 times. And speaking of 100, the song name is 100 Watt by Kraft. I cannot tell you how many Instagram posts, TikTok videos, company ads, parties, outings, playlists, and just general usage of this song I have seen since even before it dropped. To how many times this song has been overplayed and infected into all of our minds, I'm genuinely wondering why the views are not higher. But again, some songs just don't go that far internationally. But this video is not just about the international scene. On the people of Jamaica, this song made its mark. And from you see the light lock off, you know say a time for bunks in a dark. Mad. Coming in at number 6, I know a lot of you could see this one coming, but unfortunately, I don't think the artist could. Because at number 6, we have Continental by the blind savior of dancehall himself, Najee Boy. continental girl a text said pa. Honestly, all of Naiji Boy's songs are so good, and all of the early ones became such big hits that I wish I could just compile them all together and just give them this position. Because Continental and Judgment, which one was really a bigger song? I don't know. But going off the numbers, Continental does appear to have become a bigger song. And trust me when I say this song put this man on the map. When this song dropped, everybody was going crazy. Men, women, families, mothers, grandmothers, people genuinely appreciated that there was a different realm of dancehall where somebody could be singing clean lyrics and actually find an audience for it. With real talent, a real singing voice, good lyricism, and finding playful ways to convey the message without being too raw or too vulgar, that was able to create music that's commercially friendly and still achieves its goal. All this while not only being blind, but also having a good heart, likable personality, and genuinely funny sense of humor. 2024 really gave us a potential superstar with the birth of Naiji Boy's career, and I'm sure all of us hope to see him do well for many years to come. Now, as we enter the top 5 on the list, this is going to be getting into some songs that were not only just massive locally, but also massive across the globe itself. And at number 5, we have none other than the famous Hit and Run by Shenseea. You think you coulda getting on my feelings? No, technically speaking, this song does have more YouTube views than any of the other songs on this list. However, despite this fact, I don't think this song really plays in the country as much as Shenseea's management or Ramesh would probably want you to believe. A key indication of this is the fact that outside of YouTube, most Jamaicans consume music on Audiomack, and this song only has about the same amount of plays as a song like No Cap. While on Spotify, however, Hit and Run has 29 million streams, which is literally more than some OG classic dancehall songs like Ramping Shop or Extra Lesson by Alkaline. This is because Jamaicans don't really use Spotify, which tells me that majority of Hit and Run success is from the overseas markets, while Jamaicans only occasionally tune into the song. Now, there's nothing wrong with this, and it's good for the country's music industry, but I can't put it above any of the other songs on this list that genuinely made an impact on the people and those abroad. And a perfect example of this is number 4, which is Fiesta by Armanii. Produced by the very successful DJ Mac, this song features a sample from the OG song Fiesta, and while the individual who made that song got himself into some minor predicaments, we're not going to pay attention to that because this shit is hard. Once Armanii previewed this song on TikTok, the entirety of social media went wild, begging and begging and begging for him to drop the song, with the song playing in clubs that were going crazy before it even released. So you already know that the very day this song dropped, it instantly shot to #1 trending and did not leave the charts for a very long time. This song has since gone on to completely change the trajectory of Armani's career, giving him the props that someone with his talent genuinely deserves. And of course, it has some great numbers to back it up as well. And speaking of numbers, coming in at number 3, we have Lumba by none other than Valiant. For an artist that only came in the game recently, Valiant really makes you forget that he was not always here, because the numbers he puts up are just crazy, even in comparison to those who were in the game long before him. Lumba is a song that if it plays in any venue, any vicinity, whether in Jamaica, the UK, Toronto, Miami, it doesn't matter. As long as there are people of any kind of Caribbean relation, this song will go crazy. Every lyric will be known and sung with passion. The ladies love it, the man them love it, the charts love it. All around, this song is just a hit and deserves a place in the top 3. But of course, a song like this could only be topped by the only even bigger girl song of the year, which is none other than Go Go by Raja Wild.
Tell us something you don't know.
I don't care who you are. If you are Jamaican and have been on any side of Jamaican social media, attended any party, any event, anything with speakers, you will know the first 3 words of this song. Tell us something what you don't know. Me like bad bitch, me like go go.
What's the name of that song, bro? That shit is OD. Go go. Oh, go go. No, it's a song by Russian chat. That's OD.
Tell us something you don't know.
Everybody knows that. And with a massive 26 million views, this song really is just one of those songs that not only had a massive impact on the people in the country, but across the board gave the new generation of dancehall a lot of exposure on the international level. In all honesty, the fact that this song was the most viewed of any new gen artist this year already made it a contender in my book for Song of the Year. But there was one song that connected to the people like none other. A song that when it plays, every single lyric without fail, every single person knows, with no mess ups, no slip ups, and pure raw fury from the heart being bawled out and voices being lost. But before I tell you what that song is, here are two honorable mentions that could have very well made the list, with the first one being Hugo by Skippa. Now truthfully, Hugo is mostly a song that's known within the realm of people that actually listens to Skippa. Most girls and people who don't really listen to that type of music wouldn't really know the song, hence why I didn't feel comfortable putting it on the list. However, it is undoubtable that Skippa is one of the top 3 most popular breakout artists of this year, with a grind so fast that at the start of the year, even though many people had no idea who he was, everybody knows his name now. Unlike most of the artists in the game, he didn't blow up with one song. He had a consistent stream of growth, feeding his fans and never resting on his work ethic. And as his numbers grew and grew, so did his relevance. Therefore, it just felt wrong to have somebody who's always at the top of #1 trending on the charts, but not include them on the list in some way just because they make a more niche type of music. I do think he deserves some kind of place, and I'm sure one day he will get that song that really puts him on the map both locally and internationally. The next song that could have and probably should have been featured is Higher Life by Cranium and Chronic Law. To be honest, this song did outperform No Cap by a good margin, which is why I debated switching the places, but the truth is, I've never seen Higher Life make somebody hit down an actual police in real life, and I just think I value influence a little bit more than numbers. Hence why the #1 song on this list actually doesn't have as much views as the #2 song, but I just believe that this song really, at the hearts of all Jamaicans, really connected on a deeper level, and that song is Big Breeze by Squash.
Them pussy nah no cash. Broke what you have, what you know about Squash. What you know? 80 grand when me pay for me watch you.
I could not possibly begin to tell you how many people lose their minds when this song comes on.
Please stop the cabin. Please stop the cabin.
If you are a selector or a DJ or anything and you want an instant reaction from the crowd, just make sure this plays, and you can repeat it as many times as you want, because trust me, the people cannot get enough. You will see men screaming, women screaming, Hennessy bottles being poured on the floor like piss, money being thrown in the air like it has no value, and these people don't have to go to their 9-to-5 jobs in the morning. It is crazy. I don't know what it is about this song, but just the energy that it makes people feel, it just makes them feel like they're rich, successful, powerful, and that nobody or nothing can stop them from doing what they want and achieving what they seek to achieve. Honestly, Big Breeze is just one of those songs that money cannot be paid to replicate. I don't care how much marketing you do, the impact that this song has on people's minds is just unparalleled. The only equivalent I've ever seen is like when Swear to Jah plays or something, and that song is a classic. So maybe this song is a new gen classic, and in 10 years we'll be looking back saying, please stop the capping, and remembering the good old days. And speaking of the good old days, with all the classics, there's no better time to reminisce on than the time when Alkaline, Vybz Kartel, Popcorn, and Tommy Lee were in one of the biggest clashes dancehall has ever seen. And if you want to learn the full story of how all of that happened and who really won the clash in the end, click the video on your screen right now. And as always, the dancehall has been decoded.